One of the most hotly contested battles in politics has just begun up in Tallahassee.
State lawmakers are beginning redistricting, where they will redraw the maps laying out which areas of the state are represented in Tallahassee and on Capitol Hill. Now, this process, although it may seem a little tedious, is crucial to who's in power on the state and federal level.
That's right. 8 on your side political reporter Evan Donovan joins us now with more. You kind of had digested all of this. What's the latest?
Boy, it's something. Tedious is one word. Some might say boring, but I find it very interesting.
I'm glad you're doing it and not us.
Exactly. But it's not exciting, I can tell you that. But I can't overstate how important redistricting is. The party that draws the maps gets the advantage, and in Florida, that's Republicans. But remember, Democrats do that in blue states too. Even though our state constitution is supposed to prevent politics being taken into account when you draw the maps, history shows it happens anyway. 5 years after the last census in 2015, a Florida judge ruled the legislature's new maps revealed a secret, organized campaign that made a mockery of what was supposed to be a transparent process, instead creating a shadow process that favored Republicans.
They had several specific instances of Republican Party employees basically submitting maps through a public process, pretending that they were just sort of neutral maps, when in fact they were Republican-oriented maps.
Redistricting happens every 10 years after the census provides a new count of where everyone lives. So many people are moving to Florida, the state will get an extra congressional seat.
If you just go by the numbers, that new seat is going to go somewhere in Central Florida. It's basically going to go somewhere between Tampa and Orlando and Daytona, mainly because that is where the highest population growth in the state has gone over the last decade.
That seat can have a huge impact on the balance of power. Members of the public can submit their own maps through the state's redistricting portal. This map from a man in Bradenton shifts District 13 in St. Pete north and adds part of it to Tampa's District 14. Both of those seats are currently held by Democrats, and political science experts say that could make one of them more competitive for Republicans. As I mentioned, if you go to FloridaRedistricting.gov, you can submit your own maps to the process if you are so inclined.
So you talk about obviously it's not exciting stuff, but it is important. You talk about who could have an impact when it comes to Congress as well. So this goes all the way up the chain.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, Democrats have a slight majority in the House right now, but Republicans control more than half of state legislatures, and the states will draw the maps. So since the Voting Rights Act was gutted several years ago, a lot of those states won't need pre-approval to make changes to their maps, and that could have a big impact on the balance of power.
And of course, on elections and major elections, we dissect every little nuance to this process.
And with the balance of power teetering between the parties.
Couldn't be any closer. 5 seats in the House, dead even in the Senate. So.
All right.
Thanks,
Evan Donovan. Thanks.